It's going to be really high level racing. You know, these guys are just absolute animals.
It's the ultimate test of endurance.
Patience is probably the buzzword for this season.
Ooh, it's spicy. 2 more years in me before I quit the world of triathlon.
London, legs screaming at you experience, and it's who can push through that pain.
A lion is born to lead, not to follow.
I know everyone's strength and weakness.
The race to Qatar is on.
I am Vincent Luis. I am 35 years old, from France, 2-time world champion and bronze Olympic medal for the mixed team relay in Tokyo 2020.
Told you Vincent Luis can sprint. Johnny Brownlee trying to come, looking over his shoulder. He's got himself about a 10-meter gap. Vincent Luis separating the younger of the Brownleys.
Vincent Luis sticking there really impressively, isn't he?
The guy he can drill the last 300 meters. They don't want to leave it to the last few hundred meters with Vincent Luis. Vincent Luis has put France on top of the podium. Luis finally claims victory in a WTS race.
This is the man who's going to be the new world champion. Vincent Luis for 2019.
2019 and now 2020 world champion.
And it's the old adage, form is temporary, class is permanent.
My first memory about wanting to be a triathlete, it's the 2004 Athens Olympics. I remember watching the race, but yeah, I remember Amish Carter won the race, Bivan Doherty second, and Sven Rieder was third. And I remember this, the medal ceremony. They were on the podium and they had like the leaves, like crown on their head, and for me that was like, wow, that's what I want to do. I think that's my first memory about like, I want to do triathlon, but even more like I want to do the Olympics and all that. And then obviously you have like the first good results. That's when you're like, okay, now maybe I can make that sport my living. And I think this happened maybe 2007, 2008, Junior Worlds, I podiumed back to back, I won in 2008. And yeah, everything was kicking. I've been drinking coffee for a little while now, and just have a good setup here at home. And I've always wanted to open my own coffee shop actually. So we've decided to open one in Paris with my agent and 2 other friends. So it's 4 of us.
Do you want me to get the ice?
Yeah, can you pour yourself some milk and...
What do you want?
Me?
Yeah, you don't want ice.
No, I'll just have an espresso. Or maybe a cortado actually.
I really like that he likes his coffee.
There you go. sharing my life with Georgia is make the things a lot easier. We share a lot of bike rides and swim sessions. We do try to do a lot together, but we don't push it. If we do completely different things, then it is what it is, and you know, we don't try to like overcomplicate things.
Had me in your possession, had you swimming inside my affection. Both you, I came second, so I cut off the connection.
She's just enjoying being a bit more like laid back at the minute, having a bit more time in her hands, doing what she loves, baking and taking care of the house and everything. That's the thing she likes and make her really relax. So yeah, I'm still head down into training and racing, but so far if she can enjoy a bit of more quiet time, I think she's taking it. When I started to dream about doing triathlon in 2004, it was just yeah, far away, and I was just, for me, I just wanted to go to the Olympics. I've never thought I would be a world champion or have an Olympic medal in one of the draws at home. Like it was just too far away and too big to be done by just a normal guy like me. So yeah, it was a good adventure, a bit of a roller coaster, but yeah.
Now we've landed in Torremolinos for the grand final.
Vincent Luis, his last ever World Triathlon race here today. He's a two-time world champion. He is a bronze medalist in the mixed team relay from Tokyo. He's actually this will be his 112th World Triathlon start. And amazingly, he's been on the podium for over a third of those races.
Phenomenal consistency from Vincent Luis.
The hardest decision wasn't to stop like the short distance racing. It was more like, when should I stop? And in my head I had it, maybe after Tokyo. I should stop after Tokyo, you know, that was kind of what I thought. And then I was like, Paris 2024, you know, that's home Olympic Games, okay, let's do it. And yeah, obviously in 2023 I got that big like calf tear, and that kind of ended up my season really early. So I was like, okay, let's try to go for like this last Olympics 2024. It did not work out, but I still had this grand final, and I was still like well ranked in the World Series ranking. I was like 8th or something. Coming from like the start of the year when I could barely make it to start list, to yeah, being on the start line of the grand final. Pierre Lecour, Léo Berger, they could play for the world title, so I was also there like willing to help them to try and play for this world title, as they helped me in 2019 and all these years before. To be honest, until the race I wasn't really thinking about, oh, this is your last race, this is the last time you're putting this suit on and all that. I was not like in this mindset. But waiting for this, when they announced like the athletes individually, 10 coaches came up to me and said, oh, enjoy it, it was a great ride, blah 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 blah. And I was like, oh bloody hell, it's getting a bit emotional here, a bit intense. And then we lined up, and as I said, I was maybe rank 8th or 10th at the time. And the athletes were walking by, and they were all like, yeah, stopping. And I was like, oh, well, that's maybe means something. Maybe we're doing something here.
And here comes Vincent Luis waving goodbye. He's going to finish with the top 10. One of the most popular men for the last 2 decades. Runs his final race in the World Championship Series. We wish him well.
doing my last race. I'm going to the weekend in a breakaway.
I think that was the right time, to be honest. And I remember asking Johnny Brownlee not long after, saying, "Oh, do you have any regrets in your career?" And he said, "Oh, I think I should have stopped after Tokyo." And in my head, I'm like, well, if I have any regrets, yeah, I don't know. I think that was the right time for me to stop. I think it was the right moment. So today, Tuesday, I'm just gonna do an easy run. Just kind of still recovering from the weekend, but yeah, just 75 minutes easy, but you do have a little bit of
Big
pickups.
session, yeah, because I'm a real athlete around here. I'm doing a race this weekend, a bike race this weekend, so full gas. So yeah, kind of relax and just see how my body feels.
Easy Monday, easy Tuesday. That's what happened when you live in Spain.
Yeah, I forgot it's Tuesday. That's right. The next race, you get a medal. A day to travel home a bit.
Well, it's been a while I've had a medal.
Oh, from San Fran.
I need to finish first.
Got no issues, it's kinda nice. Like running water into a paradise. Got no drama, feels like we arrived.
For this year, for the T100 series, I think my main goal is to try to play with the guys at the front. I really want to have a consistent series. Some people want to play a bit on two sides with the T100 series and the World Series, or some of them T100 and Ironman series, but I'm fully focused on the T100 series. I really want to try to do my best. I've got 2 more years in me before I quit the world of triathlon, so I want to make them count and really definitely want to grab the tape again at some point this season. I'm maybe gonna turn the light on. We have our bikes here. That's the bikes we use on daily basis. Well, they're all the same brand, they're all specialized. The team bikes, gravel bikes, a few time trial bikes, spare wheels, some helmets here. Here is all the bike shoes. We have a few run shoes on the other side. Yeah, we do have a cabinet here with sunglasses. Yeah, we do have a few helmets. We have this cool one also. I think Georgia has a matching one with her name at the back. That's the one I had when I was world champion, first time. Yeah, this one is quite cool. That's the one I did in memory of Laurent Vidal. This one. Yeah, it was quite good to have him with me. This one is a replica of Valtteri Bottas, one of his helmets. Formula 1 driver. I'm really passionate about F1, so I like to do like some stuff related to F1. Do have this helmet we did for Singapore. For T100, yeah, race to Qatar. You do have to have your name on your suit. That's a requirement from T100. And I was thinking, oh, what can we do? What can we do to be like? And I'm like, well, we're only 20 people racing, so let's put everyone's name. Let's have everyone's name on the suit, and that can be quite cool and a little like, I don't know, like pay respect to them. And I just don't want to write my name like I had for like the past 15 years of my career, just doing something different.
The men's T100 race to Qatar begins here in Singapore with arguably one of the greatest challenges of the season, because these are conditions that take no prisoners.
And keep your eye on Vincent Luis.
This is his first season focusing fully on the T100 circuit and doing this middle distance racing. And I know he will be looking to put a marker down early too.
View there of Vincent Luis right at the very front.
Vincent Luis, the man we expected to come out, the coolest man of triathlon.
Vincent Luis there in second, so obviously first out the water and still right up there.
Since Vincent Luis headed out.
Come on, time rhythm.
The commercial and cultural center of Northern California. The iconic San Francisco. Well, if you like your drama, you are in the right place as the sun begins to rise over San Francisco Bay. And if we learned anything from this event last year, it's that we have all the storylines for another T100 thriller.
Hey everybody, welcome back to day 3, Breakfast with Bob from the T100 Challenge Roth. And this is a maiden voyage. This will be your first full distance race.
Yeah, I mean, I still get to finish the race, but hopefully on Sunday I can say that I've completed a full distance race, yeah. I was here 20 years ago, my dad raced here 20 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, that was his first long distance ever.
Vincent Luis has been our guest. Again, Breakfast with Bob from beautiful Challenge Roth. Hold on, we'll be right back.
Well, after San Francisco, I decided I was not going to race Vancouver, come back home and prepare for Roth. And everything was going well. We went up to Font Romeo and trained, and maybe 3 weeks before the race, so middle of June, I got a sharp pain in my left calf, and I know the feeling. I had it before, so I knew it was not so good. So I decided to not run until Roth, and just did the marathon there without being running for 3 weeks. And well, obviously it did not go so well. That was a bit harder to walk after. I did some images, and yeah, we realized I did tear 2 muscles in my calf. So after Roth, I took 8 weeks of running.
Welcome to Spain. Next stop on the T100 World Tour. And with 5 races down, the race to Qatar is well and truly on.
I think we went down, yeah, around 7:45, so I did all my bike stuff, my water bottles and everything, checked my equipment. I just have one thing, for some reason I always put like my left socks and shoes first, because it reminds me of an advert with it was for a water company, and Zinedine Zidane, a super famous French footballer, he always say, oh, the left first and then the right. And I just kept it, and now I just put my left shoes first and then my right shoes, but that's nothing with superstitious, that's just being a fanboy, I guess.
Morning, Vince, feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling all right. Not bad. It's been a while since I wrecked my bike, so trying to not forget anything. You're never too sure.
Any specific tactics for today, or?
Yeah, I'm not really confident in my running, so I think the swim and bike I need to drill it a bit and see what happens. But I knew the prep for rough took a toll on my bike power, and I wasn't like as punchy as I wanted to be, and it really like showcased in T100 in San Fran in Singapore, where I really lost a ridiculous amount of time on the bike. And after rough, we changed a few things, tweaked the position a bit, and I could like feel a bit more like myself. And definitely, I wanted to see like where I standed, swim bike with the guys here.
Time to get over to the De Boer swim course start for the start of the men's race.
Beach start, they're really not my forte.
So away we go here in Spain, our 5th stop on the T100 this year.
The swim was all right, but I did try to hold my ground, and I finally reached the front.
So Vincent Luis in the yellow cap, definitely a factor in this part of the swim. They're just actually taking the lead at the buoy. You saw, didn't you, just how much of an advantage Vincent Luis there got by going on the inside.
Swim buoys are, yeah, it is obviously taking that line, the inside line, the shortest, but you really do have to assert your authority that you don't actually get crammed up against it. I mean, these gentlemen are very accustomed to, tight swims in WTCS racing where there's, so much jostling up the front. So it's also an opportunity, if you can, just string people out that little bit more.
Go around back in. There you go. There you go. Good job, boys. Good job. Good work. Good work. That's all. Let's go, Sam. Yeah, you
At the Aussie exit, lost the lead and then got it back later.
Look how far they're still having to porpoise back in, get their knees. It's really not even about high knees, it's actually about like lifting your feet and ankles out to the side and sort of whipping your feet around on top of the water.
If it's like today a beach start, I'm trying to make sure, okay, do that many steps and then make sure like when someone dives in, you can dive also, like just keep calm. Everyone starts like a maniac, but they will all die in 200 or 300 meters. So no, I'm mostly like trying to stay calm and focus, and I'm basically just saying, you know how to swim, it's no big deal.
So Vincent Luis has actually just taken the lead here off Sam as they sort of making their way around the furthest part of this course.
We do have a little bit of a run up the beach, up the sand and into transition. Sam Dickinson that seemed to be the most comfortable. He looked as if he was quite in control. There's It's a matter of just, keeping in touch right now at this point in time, not doing anything silly.
And because they're all so close together, a lot of them all within a few seconds. So Hayden Wild makes his way out of that transition zone.
It appears someone has also already knocked off a bottle. Yeah. You can see it.
But yeah, I just wanted to stay out of trouble with penalties and drafting and race ranger. And
well, that's confirmation there of a penalty that we do know about. Vincent Luis having his equipment left outside the box, we're being told. So 30 seconds, again, be incredibly frustrating for Vincent, but those are the rules, aren't they?
Not something that, that you intend to do. It just happens in the chaos, so that is transition, ripping your goggles off, ripping your cap. Fortunately, that does account for a penalty. So I think for Vincent, that's super frustrating because he's somebody that does know that rule, those rules of the racing very, very well.
Just while we were having a look at that, this is Rico Bogan taking the lead over Mathis Margerier.
On the bike, the guys are really pushing, and it's where I think I have a bit of a problem. It's this first 1 or 2 laps when they go like really high in power and I can't really follow.
Jurier, Wild and Moreno, 1, 2 and 3, then Sam Dickinson, Yelagines, Rico Bogan, Yuri Kulan, Gregory Barnaby and Vincent Luis, all behind them.
I did good watts, so I was happy with it, definitely, and we've settled in a rhythm in a second group. I think we lost a fair amount of time, maybe like 3 minutes or something.
80 kilometres done, 2 kilometres in the water done, just 18 kilometres left.
Let's go, Yella.
Hayden passing Vincent Luis there, they had a few words.
I mean, we know the pedigree of Vincent Luis, and to be lapping the likes of him, Hayden, I think like that is brutal. He's just, yeah, there's nothing more to be said that this guy is just fittest triathlete that we know over these distances at the moment.
I was planning to run, honestly, between 3:45 and 4 minutes, and I think I averaged 3:42 or something like that. So, I mean, my main goal for this race was to not have setbacks. I just wanted to finish the race and make sure tomorrow I can go for a run in the morning. That was my main goal. But yeah, definitely tick the boxes and more than I wanted. So.
This is going to be 4 wins in 4 races for Hayden Wild. Yelagines comes home in second here in Spain. But Jonas Schomburg over the line, and he can take a very well-deserved seat.
Definitely the injury makes you think about, oh, what if? But it's also, I was talking with Alistair Brownlee last year in Dubai, and I said, oh, he just podiumed at the race, and I said, oh, are you going to continue or turn more into Ironman? He said, oh, actually thinking about retiring. And a couple of hours later, he announced it. I said, oh, really? So yeah, just picking up random injuries. I can't train. I can't be bothered, and that's a bit what's happened or happening to me. And I think it's a sign like your body is telling you, well, that's almost enough. And the other thing is also when you form rings with job offers, that's also something else that tells you that maybe you should start to think about it. I just want one more like good season with good races, and if at the end of 2026 I can retire and being content with what I've done, I think that'll be good.
Somewhere in my head I'm still a white knight, flying across the plains until my last fight. There's not much time, but I've got time to see it. There's not much time.